And good morning. Welcome back to White Mountains Today here at White Mountain TV 16. And joining us in the studio is Heather from the Local Grocer. Heather, how are you today?
I'm good, Rob. How are you?
Good. We haven't seen you in a while. Well, at least I haven't.
Yeah,
but now we're back and we're going to talk about a bunch of different things. But let's do the quick. What is the Local Grocer?
The Local Grocer is your local natural food store. We're also a deli, so we have a lot of pre-made foods, all ready for you, fresh made always, and organic and all natural and locally sourced when possible. We also have sliced deli meats and all that kind of thing. So full-on deli, a bakery, and an urban supplement room, and a cafe. So you can go eat breakfast or lunch there, and you can do your grocery shopping if you're looking to shop organically and locally.
And there's a wide variety of stuff there. It's not what you would kind of expect. There's a lot of stuff there. You can also buy your beer there.
Buy your beer, wine, a lot of sustainably
kitchen
farmed
utensils
wine.
And different things. I mean, it's really neat when you go in there, all the variety you have, because you kind of expect one thing.
Yes.
But when you get there, you're just like, wow.
Yeah, we do get a lot of positive feedback on the store. It's not your traditional old school health food store. There's a lot of ambiance in there.
Right.
There's a little bit of gourmet influence to the store, and we also have an eco goods section. So if you're looking for a gift that has some little meaning to it as well, it's a nice place to shop for that kind of thing. And we do try to do as much locally sourcing as we can. So there's always local gifts and local food to buy. Right now the meats, this time of year, not so much produce, but more in the line of eggs and milk and meat and some of those wintertime staples. So, you can always find local food, local gifts, and that's our thing. We also we offer a lot of gluten-free and allergen-free food. So that's another thing that we're really known for.
Yeah, that's one of those things that is really becoming more in demand, I guess is the right way to put that.
Well, yes, and we were talking about that the other day because, I was reading all about the hybridization of wheat in this century, and the amount of gluten in wheat has just risen dramatically. So it's not the same grain that it was a century ago. So it's could be a little bit of an explanation, one of the reasons why there's so many more people who are having allergies and intolerances to wheat and gluten, because it's so much more in our food than it ever was historically as far as the original grains.
Yeah.
So modern wheat has been hybridized to make it easier for production and increased yield and all that, and more gluten in wheat than ever was before. So, and not all humans are able to tolerate that, it appears.
Right.
And it may not be the best for our health overall. It's been shown to be quite inflammatory and things like that. So we have a lot of things that we offer for people even who are just trying to reduce the amount of gluten for health reasons. You don't even have to be intolerant. A lot of people are coming in looking for lower gluten or reduced gluten options, and we have them.
It's going to be healthy for you.
Yeah, everything in the cafe can be made gluten-free. We have a gluten-free bakery case, and we also have a whole aisle in the cafe, in the market, that is gluten-free. So we have a lot of different things in that realm.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other things too is that you have, a variety of. We'll call it the medicinal aisle.
Yes, the urban supplement room, we call it, and we have a small room that has all herbs and supplements in it, and that room is actually overflowed now, so we might rearrangement of the stores in our future. But that's one of my favorite parts of the store, being an herbalist myself. So yes, we have all sorts of different bulk herbs, vitamins, supplements, tinctures, capsules, salves, topicals, all that kind of thing. We have what you're looking for, and we're always adding new things and taking suggestions. So if somebody comes in and, do you have this? And we don't, and we think it's a good idea to bring it in. We're bringing new stuff in all the time. So,
that's great.
Yeah.
Now, what's some of the stuff you have here, and which is a lot of it to just kind of combat the winter. The winter.
The bugs.
Yeah, the winter bugs. And
will help you boost your body's health to deal with the
bugs and blahs.
Yes. Well, a lot of people are getting sick, it seems, this time of year. It's cold and flu season, so it's on people's minds. So I brought a few things for the immunity that I recommend taking either preventatively, but it's never too late to start. People getting sick around you, start taking a good herbal antiviral and immune supportive herbs like elderberry. This is a locally made in Maine Anthoimmune elderberry syrup, and that is really good. Even starting to take that in November and taking it through the cold and flu season, it really helps to prevent getting sick. But it also has strong antiviral properties that are beneficial when you already are sick. So it's a multi-use like that. Of course, vitamin D. We're hearing more and more about vitamin D. I brought the D drops because they're really easy to take. One drop literally has 2,000 IU, and we were speaking earlier, but it has been shown, they've done long-term studies with vitamin D, and it's totally safe to take 2,000 IU daily for the rest of your life, and you wouldn't OD on vitamin D. So that is sometimes a concern, being a fat-soluble vitamin, that you can take too much. And 2,000 is a safe, effective dose for adults with those. And it's one little drop. And there's 1 year's supply in one of those bottles. And it's only like $19 and something for a year's supply of vitamin D.
Being healthy all year long.
And it really does help the immunity. It's been shown to decrease certain cancer rates. It decreases illness. It helps seasonal affective, helps improve the mood. There's a lot of different benefits to vitamin D beyond just the immunity. So it's a really nice part of the daily, if you're doing some supplements to add in there, especially in this climate, in the winter.
Right. Oh, definitely. Well, that's
and
great.
There's some other great things. We have mushroom formulas, another really good way. And then, these are preventative things, but we also have some really nice herbs and supplements for when you actually do get sick or you feel something coming on. And I always like to go to a few herbal antivirals, which helps slow down and stop the viral replication. So it's going to shorten the duration of your cold while offering supportive herbs that are going to help, manage the symptoms a little bit, decrease the symptoms, support the body, improve your health while you're shortening your cold. Because, unfortunately, a lot of over the counter, they kind of just stop the symptoms, which is the body's natural way to get rid of the virus.
Right.
So we're working to help minimize the symptoms while supporting the body's health and helping it to, fight the actual, virus. So,
yeah. So not only do you have all these medicinal things, we'll call it, you have the knowledge, which is what's great. So when somebody comes in, they can talk to you and find out what they really need to know about it. It's not just kind of going, well, I think this would be good.
Yes.
They can talk to you and see what combinations might work best for them.
Yes, I've been studying herbal medicine for about 15 years. I do have certification as a clinical herbalist, and I've gone to 3 different schools, and the last one I was able to get my certification as a clinical herbalist. So it's a passion of mine. That's my favorite part of the job, is helping people when they come in. So if I'm there, I'm always willing to, even if I'm not in the front, I always like to come out and talk to people about and recommend things that, and give them some product information. That's what I'm there for, not to, treat or anything like that, but to simply offer some alternatives and to give them some education on all the various products, because there's so much and it can get overwhelming.
Right,
and my staff is incredibly knowledgeable as well.
Oh, that's great.
I have very knowledgeable staff, and they're always able to help as well. And Kelly Goodson is a staff member of mine who's an herbalist in her own right. So it's really nice to have her there and, to help out.
Double herbalist.
Wow. Double herbalist.
So we're actually gonna give away some vitamin D.
We're gonna give away vitamin D drops. It's it's one of my favorite supplements that we have now. I just think it's great. It's easy to take. We also have kid dose drops in the shop as well. Kids will take it. It's tasteless. You can put in anything, and they don't know it's there. So it's a good part of it. But we're gonna give away some D drops.
Do you have a question? If not, I can come up with one.
What is an EFA? Is that too hard? It's too hard. He said not to do a hard one. I'm sorry.
I had an easier one.
Okay, you do it. You do yours. You do yours.
I had an easier one.
The phone's not ringing. I don't hear the phone ringing.
The phone's not ringing yet. So vitamin D drops, you take this because where do you naturally get vitamin D?
Oh, does
that work?
There's many answers to that. So somebody's going to get it.
Somebody's going to get it. We're going to try to guess the way that Rob thinks you get natural vitamin D. So we'll see that. I'll take. Good morning, White Mountains Today.
From the sun.
From the sun. That was exactly what I was thinking of. So who's on the phone?
This is Julie.
Hey, Julie, how are you?
Good.
Good. So, Julie, we have some vitamin D drops for you. We're actually going to have you pick it up at the store so you can go down to the local grocer. So hold on the phone for just a minute, if you will. So Julie knew, and that was the answer I was looking for, was the sun, because because that's what you should be doing. Get out, get outside, get some vitamin D. And so Heather, thanks so much for coming down.
Yes, well, thanks.
And so definitely people can come down, and I think the best part is they can talk to you and find out what will work best for them.
Yeah, and we can help navigate that, all the different options out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Heather, thanks so much for coming down. I'm sure we'll see you again.
Yes.
And we'll be back here in a minute.